What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be going over a few theories I have in regard to Reverse Flash for The Flash Season 8. Now, guys, this video is basically going to be a summary of how exactly I think Reverse Flash will return, why he'll be under different circumstances, all that type of stuff. So yeah, guys, obviously the Deathstorm graphic novel just came to an end with Frost's death. Episode 14 is going to be basically focused on Frost's funeral. Episode 15 is into the Still Force, which is going to be pretty cool to see Barry go into the Still Force. Episode 16 is going to be a very interesting episode revolving around Barry aging very fast. But then episode 17, not really looking forward to that one. That one is going to be focused on Allegra, I've heard. However, episode 18 and on is where I'm assuming they're going to be focusing on this Reverse Flash stuff or whatever else they've got going on in the back half of the season in that graphic novel. Now, guys, please correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I do believe that Tom Cavanaugh was seen on set sometime earlier than when he's supposed to be, back on the show, like episodes 18 through 20. I believe he was seen on set sometime in episode 15 or 16 or something like that. So yeah, I don't know why he could be on set. Maybe he's playing the Reverse Flash. Maybe he's returning as Timeless Wells or something like that. Maybe there's like some time travel involved with the Still Force. Maybe we see Harry or, the original Harrison Wells or something along those lines. I think would all be pretty cool. But yeah, it could definitely be the Reverse Flash. Now, what if in episode 16 we get our first look at the Reverse Flash once again, ever since seeing him in Armageddon? What if we see him in prison, just sort of devising a plan on how to break out? Maybe the two storylines that episode are Reverse Flash breaking out of prison, and the other storyline is, of course, Barry in the Still Force. I think that would be a pretty cool episode. Then episode 17, we just kind of skip over that one because that one's going to be mainly focused on Allegra, which I'm really not excited for at all. But then episode 18, we'd eventually see Thawne escape prison and then, come up with his master plan like he always does. But now, guys, let's go a little bit more in depth on how exactly Thawne could escape prison. Now, he is locked up in Argus, and obviously that would mean he is locked up with two other pretty significant characters, that being Bloodwork and Godspeed. Now, of course, Bloodwork I think is a little less likely to return, but I think he's an awesome character. It would be really cool if we saw him help Reverse Flash escape prison. Then there's Godspeed as well. Maybe Godspeed and Reverse Flash have like a confrontation where, they form an alliance even though they were fighting the last time they saw each other. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then they both break out of prison. I think that would be awesome. Now, how exactly could they break out of prison? I think it could be the brains of Reverse Flash that breaks them out of prison. Obviously, Reverse Flash is a scientist from the future, but at the same time, so is Godspeed. Godspeed is also a scientist from the future. They are both way smarter than anybody else in that prison. So I think if anyone's going to break out, it's going to be the two of them. Obviously, Godspeed is, his speed's been dampened. Reverse Flash, on the other hand, doesn't actually have his speed. So yeah, then maybe Reverse Flash and Godspeed break out, or just the Reverse Flash, and then maybe after that he realizes that, he can't connect to the negative Speed Force, maybe even because, here's a little bit of a wild theory, even because the negative Speed Force might not exist anymore. Now, here's my reasoning for that. In the comics, Barry Allen is basically the Speed Force, and Reverse Flash is basically the negative Speed Force, so if Reverse Flash were to lose his speed, maybe they could say that, that would also get rid of the negative Speed Force as well. So maybe this black suit is what's, giving Reverse Flash speed. Maybe it's feeding off the Speed Force, or maybe he's feeding off the Speed Force, or something like that. Or it could be something along the lines of, the negative Speed Force still exists, and this suit is helping him, gain speed from the negative Speed Force. Or maybe he is just, able to reconnect to the negative Speed Force and just decided to choose a different suit to wear, or something along those lines. I think that's definitely possible. Now, another really crazy theory here that I, really couldn't see happening is if Daniel West's Reverse Flash ended up appearing on the show and breaking Thawne out of prison. I think that would be absolutely insane. Maybe that's where Thawne would end up getting this suit from because, the two of them, their suits do look very, very similar if you guys have seen Daniel West in the comics. So, obviously, there's been no teasers in regard to that, and I really don't think that will happen. But I thought it was still a pretty cool idea to throw in here. Now, something else that could happen is a huge speedster war, which I think would be pretty cool. Obviously, Zoom and Godspeed have already been teased in some earlier set photos that we got that showed a newspaper that said Zoom and Godspeed destroy Central City. So I think maybe Reverse Flash could end up recruiting these speedsters across time, like Zoom and Godspeed. Maybe that's his master plan, is to recruit a bunch of villains, just like the Legion of Zoom comic book storyline, so then they can go up against and fight the Flash. I think that would be a really cool adaptation from the comics to put on the show. And obviously I think that it's possible Zoom and Godspeed, by the time Reverse Flash escapes prison, could have already met and could have already devised their plan to destroy Central City. Reason being is because of this Iris time sickness thing. Now obviously we know from season 7 that the time, or the Still Force can displace things throughout time. Like there was this one episode where they had like a 1950s car just like randomly appear in like the 2020s. So I think something like that could definitely happen with Zoom and Godspeed just being placed in the same exact time, and I think that would be pretty cool in regards to like how exactly they could start teaming up. And then another quick little theory here that doesn't involve the Reverse Flash. I think we could possibly be continuing the Godspeed storyline in this season as well. Reason being, we of course know Mina Darwin, aka Fast Track, is going to be appearing in the season, and she in the comics has a very close relationship with Godspeed. Well, not exactly a close relationship, but they're in the same comic book storyline, so I think something along those lines of, Godspeed returning at the same time Mina does, I think that would be pretty comic book accurate and pretty cool to see. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on all this Reverse Flash stuff, or anything else about the Flash Season 8 that you want to comment. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.